Hey guys, we've got a big video for you today. We're going to talk about the biggest difference between a 3-5 and a 4-0 player when it comes to serve. So if you feel like the serve's been holding you back, let's get started. All right, so let's get into this video because it's a very important video. I find that a lot of players will hit the plateau when they get to 3-5. If they are good athletes and they kind of started playing, they're self-taught and started playing in their 20s, 30s, 40s and beyond, and they find that they can, get up to the 3-0 really fast, and then a couple more years they're at that 3-5 level, and then they all of a sudden feel stuck there. Well, why does that happen? Well, for many players, it's that they have really good hand-eye coordination, they got good feel for the tennis ball, but when it comes to getting to the next level in their technique, they get stuck. So there's many tennis players out there at a 3-5 level who are going and they're still hitting their second serves like this. They have the frying pan grip, they're throwing the ball up, and they're putting the ball in play like that. And you can go out there and you can win a lot of matches at the 3-5 level, but for whatever reason, once you get up to the 4-0 level, you're going to look around and you're going to see that most players are holding the continental grip, especially if you're looking at a solid 4-0 player who can actually go out there and play with 4 or 5 players. They're going to have that continental grip. They're going to be able to impart spin on the ball, and that is the biggest difference. So that when they go to hit their second serve, they're just not coming up here tapping it in. That when they go to hit their second serve, they're coming up here, they got the continental grip, and they're giving full swings at the ball and spinning that ball in play. So I'm going to help you. If you're like raising your hand right now and go, yeah, that is me, I'm going to give you 3 tips today that's going to help you really start to develop an awesome second serve so that when you're ready to take that next leap to the next level, that your second serve is not going to be a liability. So let's get into these tips. Okay, so tip number 1 to take your serve from a 3.5 serve to a legitimate solid 4-0 is you definitely have to commit to having a continental grip. If you have not done this yet, even if you know what it is, you got to come here, you got to grab the racket, your strings will be slightly open as you get ready to go. That's going to enable you to impart spin on the ball. And you have to commit to this. Another big tip is you have to be used to seeing yourself miss a lot in practice and in matches. It's a learning curve, it's some growing pains. So it's also a mindset thing where like, darn it, this time, even if I'm double faulting matches or whatever, or maybe you just don't play matches for 6 months and really work on this, okay? This is what I want you to do. You gotta go that continental grip, you gotta start to work on it a lot. Tip number 2 is you also have to work in micro progressions. The odds of you being able to go back to the baseline and you've never done it successfully before and have a continental grip and start serving successfully from back here, it is a very tall order for anyone to do, okay? So you have to fall in love with the idea of micro progressions and also seeing micro progress. You have to congratulate yourself for the small victories. I got an email from somebody the other day who she was working on her second serve and she was trying to get out of the pizza move, and she said, you know what, I worked on it for 20 minutes and it still didn't work. How long is 20 minutes, guys? You got to really commit to this idea, okay? So the best micro progression drill I can give you is number 1, choking up on your handle and serving in the short court, literally standing like right next to the net. I'm basically right next to the net right now, and I'm working on committing to my continental grip, getting the racket up here so it's only got a little bit to go for a racket drop, and then I'm going to try and I'm going to impart spin on the ball, and that's going to be tip number 3, which I'm going to tell you here in a second. So I'm going to come here, I'm going to drop the racket, impart spin until I start to feel really comfortable right here, and that I'm ready to move back, and then I'll just move back to the service line, then I'll move back to the 10-under line, then I'll move all the way back to the baseline. And you don't even have to accomplish this in one practice. I challenge you to come out with a basket and have the patience and the mental toughness and the determination to just serve an entire basket right here and start to really feel the ball and then go home. Don't even think that you've got to make it all the way back there to the baseline. That is a big one. Okay, finally, tip number 3 is you have to have intent now behind your serves. As a 3.5 player and holding this frying pan grip, you could come up here and pretty much just aim and place it in the box, and you probably weren't even really aware. You knew you were hitting flat, but you weren't thinking about spins. Now you got to start to really think about, not only am I spinning the serve, but what type of spin am I hitting? Otherwise, you're just going to miss. If you don't have really specific intent and goals for your second serve, you're going to miss a lot of serves. So you got to raise the bar a lot higher. So when I come up here for a second serve, I've got to tell myself, am I going to hit a slice serve as my second serve right now, or am I going to hit a kick serve as my second serve? For lefties, there's a higher incentive to practice a slice serve as your second serve because you're always hitting to the backhand. For a righty, on the ad side especially, there's a big intent to develop a kick serve. I also think righties, though, should develop a slice serve for their second serve because it's very hard. If I'm staying here, it's very hard for me to keep this ball straight on line and going to the backhand with a kick serve, and because the angles just don't really work for you very well there. So you're probably, as a righty, going to have to, and pick one first, but you're probably going to have to develop a kick serve and a slice serve on the deuce side here just to keep your opponent guessing a little bit. So you can come up here and sometimes you're kicking it, trying to get it down the middle, and then other times you're sliding it out wide so that you keep your opponent guessing. All right? So those are your 3 tips for your second serve. That will definitely get you to the next level. Now all of a sudden you'll be able to go out there and play with your 4-0 buddies, all right? Maybe even be invited to some 4-5 matches because they can see that you have developed a real second serve. And you got to have some patience with yourself if you really want to get to the next level. And that's why I have created a free 8-part training series designed to get you to the next level where we cover all aspects of tennis. It's pretty cool. You can even work with me if you decide to go that next level, where you can be sending me in videos. I'll be analyzing your videos. We'll be talking back and forth. It's pretty cool. So if you want, I'm going to play a preview. Sign up, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Hey guys, Pete from Crunch Time Coaching. Today we've got a really cool lesson for you. We're going to teach you the super spinner boomerang drop shot. Okay guys, I gotta be honest with you. Learning the super spinner boomerang drop shot is not gonna get your game to the next level in the next 12 months. And my job as your tennis coach is to help you consistently get better, see the progress, grow in your tennis game. So what we're gonna do today is a little different. We're gonna put down the racket, we're gonna put down the balls, we're gonna leave the tennis court, and we're gonna head on over to my house, and I'm gonna show you exactly, step by step, the pitfalls to avoid and what you really need to be doing over the next 12 months if you want to see your game go up to the next level. So come on, let's go.